Merry Christmas, guys, from Triple S Motorcycles. It's about 9 p.m. Christmas night, and I've just come back into the workshop to get a job finished that I didn't finish yesterday. And what we're doing here is we're doing an oval bore on a KTM85 carburetor. Literally done hundreds of these, whether it's an 85 or 65 or bigger. A bit of an art to it. When we refer to the term oval boring, is we're trying to maintain the velocity down low at those small throttle openings and just, trenching the top of it. I'll give you a closer look or some pictures of it later. It's a very common thing to do, been around for decades. Lots of people do it with varying results. I quite like doing it. I prefer to modify the standard carburetor than to fit a bigger aftermarket version on it. And the reason being is, this way we can keep airspeed or velocity at low throttle openings to get these little bikes to pull off the corners and not narrow the power band, but actually extend the power band, through increasing overrev and peak horsepower, but maintaining that low end and mid-range power by not boring the whole part of the carburetor out, the top side of it. There's a small amount on the bottom side to clean up, but it's not noticeable on the dyno for any bottom end losses. But anyway, if you have a look behind us, it's just a very basic milling machine and a very basic fixture. There's a bit of work to set them up straight, and then once you set it up straight, you do a nice little clean up cut on there, and then you move the table in the right direction, so you're pulling out material at the top of the carburetor, not on the bottom of the carburetor where the slide seals. So anyway, I'm going to do another cut here, and hopefully you can see what's going on behind. Setting the depth of cut, and I'm going to take another cut parallel. This particular version is a little bit different. This is for a KTM big bore end stroker 112 capacity kit. So this one's going to be bored parallel, bigger, and oval bored as well. So it's a little bit different. Righto, let's have a measure. Uh, 29.4 there on the parallel side, so that'll be okay. Now we're going to move the table and do the oval bore. Okay. Luckily I've got digital readout on this, so it makes it a bit easier. You might wonder why I've got my fingers sitting on the side of the carburetor, and that's just to feel any abnormal vibration or harmonic through the carburetor if the fixture's coming loose or whatnot. Generally, you'll feel it through your fingertips first before any issue happens, and then you can abort the cut. Anyway, there you go. So we're 29.8 there. There's little cuts at a time because it's not a full cut. You're only taking the top of the carburetor off. You just got to be extra careful. Right on 30mm there. We're going to go 30.5 on this particular build. Now, bang for buck, this is probably one of the best mods you can do. For $380, we're going to make them available separate, not in a package. Like in the past years, I would only overbore a carburetor if it was in one of our engine packages. But for 2025, we're going to change a few things. I am going to offer individual services as far as, ignition mapping, standalone, and a carburetor boring standalone, just for those more budget conscious guys that want to do it over time instead of having to come up with all the cash in one hit. Lots of guys have contacted me over the last year, as we're all in in a little bit of a downturn. Our workshop's still very, very busy because we're very short staffed as usual, but we thought we'd offer that. I'm not that keen on doing it because there's other variables that come into play, but we're going to trial it. So if you just want a carburetor board, we can do it. If you just want an ignition map, we can do that. If you just want to send us your cylinder in for some porting, we can do that, or ahead. Not like past years when we'd only do complete packages. Okay, so there'll be some photos on our Facebook site as the finished product of this carburetor. I've still got a fair bit more to do. I do hand finish these as well. So after I bore them, obviously we hand finish them and polish the bell mount for the carburetor and whatnot. But look, guys, for $380, there's a massive difference there. Whether you're racing motocross or dirt track, these little bikes really respond to having that carburetor overboard. Jetting, that's a whole different topic. They come jetted, but we're going to have to put some guidelines in place about what fuel you run, what discipline of sport that you participate in with this particular mod. In the past, we've done it all here in-house on the dyno, so when it left here, the jetting was close. But we're just going to have to sort of bear through that. And in the past, all our engines have always run on race fuel, either ETS or Ru 100. But, obviously there's a lot of guys that just want to run 98 fuel. So we're going to try and accommodate those guys for 2025 as well. Anyway, over and out. It's Christmas night, and I'm not sure why I'm still working here, but these are the things that you got to do. See ya. Merry Christmas.